Hello, my dear people. So, in this video, we will talk about George, a Victorian age critic, this George Eliot. So, now there's a playlist in my channel named Literary Criticism. Under that playlist, you will get all the literary criticism these writers. So, today it is Victorian age writer. We have this George Eliot. Victorian age writer, we have George Eliot. Okay, so this George Eliot, she's a like this is actually a male pseudonym or pen name. Pen name या pseudonym is actually when a female writer she takes the name of like she keeps her identity a secret, so that if a male writer is writing, then it will be taken seriously. The work, the themes that the writer is talking about will be taken seriously, since it has been written by a male writer. So therefore these female writers who has assign themselves male names, male pseudonyms. So we have George Eliot. Her real name, this is George Eliot is actually that is name in disguise, pen name or pseudonym, you can say. And this her real name was Mary Ann Evans, Mary, Mary, Evans, Evans, Mary Ann Evans. Okay. Okay, what happens is now her translation, two translations. Okay, two translations. I will tell you the spelling. Just make a note of it. One is David Strauss, David, David, Strauss, David Strauss, Life of Jesus. David Strauss is a writer, and this writer का work है Life of Jesus. Jesus Christ का Jesus, David Strauss, Life of Jesus, published in 1846. These are the translation works, right? Another is Ludwig Feuerbach, Ludwig, Ludwig Feuerbach, Feuerbach, Ludwig, Ludwig Feuerbach, Feuerbach. Okay, Ludwig Feuerbach. The work is Essence of Christianity, Essence, Essence of Christianity. The spelling of Christianity, you know. This Ludwig Feuerbach, Essence of Christianity, published in 1854. The first work, David Strauss, Life of Jesus, published in 1846. Next work, this Ludwig Feuerbach, was published in 1854, right? So now there is another work, Preface to Adam Bede. Okay, this is actually her work. These are the translation, लेकिन ये उसका खुद का work है. Preface to Adam Bede, right? Adam, Adam, Bede, Bede. Preface to Adam Bede. In this work, she talks about many things. Like she talks about realistic poetry, realism. What is realism is all about. Okay, now she says that whenever a writer is wants to create, wants to talk about an event, she says that okay, fine, like do not just randomly write about any theme on the surface level. First, she says that okay, create a scene. Like before writing, you should, I'm so sorry for the external disturbances, please, I request you to avoid these. What is like, okay, fine, so she says that okay, before writing, before jumping into writing, you should just create a scene. Okay, there is any topic you are just you are taking up any topic. So first उस topic को आप खुद experience कीजिए, उस topic को पहले आप observe कीजिए. कोई भी theme के बारे में आप लिख रहे हैं तो for example कि if you are writing about the theme of child labor, okay fine, I agree कि उस child labor के theme के बारे में लिखने के लिए आपको child labor नहीं होना पड़ेगा, but you can go to an industry और एक factory जहाँ पर you can see that okay, these small kids, they are जो छोटे बच्चे होते हैं like up to 14 years जो होते हैं बच्चे, तो वो बच्चे क्या कर रहे हैं, they are just working as child labor. Okay, चाइल्ड लेबर के जैसे वहाँ पे काम कर रहे हैं, तो उनके पास यू शुड जस्ट स्टे विथ सम टाइम एंड देन ट्राई टू इंटरेक्ट विद दीज किड्स एंड देन ट्राई टू ऑब्जर्व, और उनके जो ऑब्जर्व, यानी कि आपने जो ऑब्जर्व किया उससे इंटरेक्शन करने के बाद ट्राई टू राइट देम एंड देन ऑब्जर्व देम वेरी डीपली, एंड देन आपका जो एक्सपीरियंस हुआ व्हेन विद देम फॉर सम टाइम, for a particular period of time, right? And then आपको जब experience हुआ है, वो real life experience हुआ है ना, these child laborers are actually the real life characters and real life scene है child labor का. So in this scenario when you are actually living the situation, when you have seen the entire event, entire theme of child labor, the entire scenario of how it is, how difficult it is, and how pathetic it is when you see child laborers. These guys are working, they are not even like getting proper education, proper food, and it in nothing they are actually getting, okay, just dying every day by doing work. So now when you are actually diving into the real scene, the real event, and then when you are experiencing it, अब आप जब उस थीम के बारे में लिखोगे ना, वो थीम होगा रियलिस्टिक, तभी कोई भी वर्क ग्रेट होती है. जब आप सरफेस लेवल से नहीं लिखते हो, जब आपको कोई भी चीज़ के बारे में पता नहीं है फिर भी आप लिखते हो, लेकिन और एक सीन में, यानी कि मैंने बताया कि कोई भी टॉपिक के बारे में आप लिखते हो, उस टॉपिक के बारे में आपको कोई एक्सपीरियंस नहीं है, और दूसरे सिनेरियो में वेयर यू जस्ट गो like create a topic, like not actually create a topic, like create a scene. कोई एक टॉपिक आपके दिमाग में आया, ठीक है, just go and observe the realistic scenario, the real life characters, and then if after experiencing the real scenario, and real scenario में real life characters, जब characters से आप interact करते हो, आपको वो चीज़ experience होता है, in depth experience होता है, and then you write. उस टाइम पे क्या हो जाएगा, that work will be great because that is coming from these जो themes are coming from real life experiences, right? That will give that is actually artistic, like that is what true art is. Art is what? Expression of reality, right? Expression. Like take an example of art, other forms of art. We have music, we have dance. What we do, like if you see all these different forms of art very clearly, very deeply, sorry, clearly नहीं, बहुत ज़्यादा deeply देखोगे तो आपको पता चलेगा कि like these are actually okay, fine. Like ये जो कैसे बताओ, okay fine, take an example of dance. You know that in dance there are 9 rasas होते हैं, like English literature maybe there is a rasa theory, if you are aware with in masters में, there is a like एक पेपर था जहाँ पर ओके इंडियन लिटरेचर में नहीं, रसा थियोरी वाज देयर, ओके इट अंडर लिटरेरी क्रिटिसिज्म एंड थियोरी देयर वाज दिस पार्ट, ओके रसा, इंडियन रसा थियोरी थी वहाँ पर, ओके तो उसमें क्या होता है ना, लाइक इन डांस देयर आर 9 रसाज, 9 रसा, उसमें क्या होता है, रसा इज एक्चुअली द मूड, ओके मूड होता है, और उस मूड के अकॉर्डिंग आप एक्सप्रेस करते हो, लाइक फॉर एग्जाम्पल, ओके लाइक there is an event in my life wherein I am very sad. For example, I have lost my loved one. There is a very near one of mine, and might be I have lost my loved one, और उनके लॉस की वजह से मुझे बहुत ज़्यादा पेन हो रहा है, ओके तो उसके बाद अचानक से मतलब मेरे सामने एक सॉन्ग आ जाता है, इसके लिरिक्स जो है बहुत इन डेप्थ है, या फिर वैसे जो उस सॉन्ग का जो मूड है वो वैसे सैड टोन का है, तो क्या होता है, आई एम ऑलरेडी, मेरे जो हार्ट में पेन है बिकॉज आई हैव लॉस्ट माई लव्ड वन, एंड फिर ऑलरेडी वो जो लिरिक्स है वो भी वही पोर्ट्रे कर रहे हैं, वो भी वही फील दे रहे हैं कि ओके ये वैसा जो है फीलिंग दे रहे, तो क्या हो जाएगा, मेरा जो मूड है यानी कि जो सैड है और वो जो लिरिक्स है वो भी मैच हो जाएंगे. सो इट्स एन एक्सप्रेशन. जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल डांस भी वही होता है, जो आप फील करते हो अंदर से, दैट यू एक्चुअली एक्सप्रेस, राइट. इफ यू आर हैप्पी सो यू विल एक्सप्रेस योर हैप्पीनेस थ्रू द बॉडीली जेस्चर्स एंड ऑल, राइट. सो दिस इज व्हाट, ओके हाँ, दीज आर द डिफरेंट रसाज ना, तो ये हो जाए, तो हाँ वी वर डाइवर्टेड फ्रॉम द टॉपिक. सो आई गेव यू द एग्जाम्पल ऑफ रसा. रसा इज क्या होता है, जैसे फॉर एग्जाम्पल दैट इज एक्चुअली आर्ट, नो, आर्ट इज एन एक्सप्रेशन ऑफ रियलिटी, एक्सप्रेशन ऑफ द मूड्स एंड इमोशंस. तो क्या हो जाता है, आप जो एक्चुअली है तो वही आप जब एक्सप्रेस करते हो तो वो क्या हो जाता है, दैट इज एक्चुअली ग्रेट वर्क हो जाता है, ग्रेट आर्ट होता है, राइट. अच्छा, अनदर पॉइंट शी सेज इन प्रीफेस टू एडम बीट, शी सेज दैट ओके रिलायंस ऑन वंस ओन एक्सपीरियंस. ओके, अनदर इज क्या होता है ना, व्हेन जॉर्ज एलियट वाज राइटिंग, कोई भी वर्क वो लिखती थी तो इशू ये था कि the people, like her audience or the readers, they constantly questions her that okay fine ma'am, like okay fine like why you are creating the characters, like George Eliot अपने work में जो भी characters को create करती थी, these characters are a mixture of good and bad. So why her audience, they asked her that, why ma'am, you have like why you are creating characters who are not totally good or not totally bad, यानी कि इधर एक होगा ना, या तो एक इंसान अच्छा है तो अच्छा होगा और फिर बुरा है तो बुरा होगा, but नहीं, her characters are a mixture of both the character, like both the qualities, good or bad, both. Okay, now she says that, okay, because how I can create characters which are, who are totally good, totally bad, because life is a mixture of all these like very complex thing, right? And every character is, nobody is perfect, so हर एक even a good character has some flaws, or faulty characters में भी बहुत सारे good qualities होंगे. So it's a realistic representation, right? The third में she says that try to find beauty in even the ordinary things, simple and ordinary things में आप beauty को, यानी कि खूबसूरती को खोजने की कोशिश कीजिए, यानी कि try to bring out beauty, or like kind of try to appreciate even the simple and the most ordinary things. Okay, and fourth one she says that, okay, what is it? It's like what we actually do, we kind of try to like over expect from people, like what do we expect, ki, okay fine, this person will be like this, like that. So don't try to make any person, don't try to put a person into an ideal state. Like we think that एक person, for example मेरा एक friend है, मेरी ये धारणा रहेगी कि ये मेरा friend हमेशा मेरा call उठाए, हमेशा मेरी बात सुने, या फिर ऐसे हमेशा मेरे लिए available रहे. हो सकता है कुछ time के लिए, कुछ period of time के लिए, कुछ years के लिए ऐसा हो सकता है, but for lifetime nobody can do that for us, right? Because वो person का भी खुद का emotion होता है, खुद की बहुत सारे responsibilities hoti hai in life, so nobody can be there for you, right? So that is what, nobody can be perfect and nobody can be ideal. So stop thinking that like stop placing people on the ideal terms, ki everybody will be perfect, and like kind of judging them and all sort of things. Okay, I hope it helped. And this George Eliot will be in part 2. This is a part 1 wherein I have explained the translations of her and what was her real name. Her real name was Mary Ann Evans, and her this George Eliot ka jo pen name tha, this pseudonym is actually this George Eliot, and her actual name was Mary Ann Evans. And 2 translation, David Strauss Life of Jesus 1846 published, another is Ludwig Feuerbach Essence of Christianity 1854 published. Okay, and this is preface to Adam Bede, in which the first point she says that what is realism is all about, and how a work can be great whenever you are just actually experiencing the, like for example write up, you are freedom that you can write, but okay fine, just go to that scenario, just be in that scenario, feel it, experience it, and then you should write. Okay, that is what realism, and that is what true art, expression of art, whenever you are into it, into the emotion, into the expression of whatever you are writing in your work. For example, you are writing about there is a son, there is a child, and who is, like for example there is a child, there is a theme wherein there is a mother and there is a child. The child suddenly dies and the mother in that scenario will cry, right? She will be in depressed state. Obviously for example the mother is itself a writer. So imagine how beautiful it will be, because उनका जो work होगा, उनके जो words होंगे, it is actual reality, actual, it is coming from her like real emotion, real pain है उस words में, words नहीं होंगे, it is actually her emotions which is portraying, right? So that is what, like real experiences, लाइफ के रियल एक्सपीरियंस से जब हम लोग वो चीज़ लिखते हैं, दैट इज़ फॉर इफ़ आई एम राइटिंग अबाउट अ टॉपिक, और उस टॉपिक को आई हैव लिव्ड in my own life, I have experienced very deeply in my own life, and if I am writing about that topic, so that will be more real, right? That is what true representation of art is all about. Next is she says that, okay, nobody is perfect, accept people as they are, who they are, and never try to change them, right? Because life is a mixture of so complex things, varieties, like every person has a mixture of good and the bad ones. So accept as they are, don't try to change them, or don't try to think that, okay, a man can be totally perfect or totally totally false in them. No. And third is she says that, okay, try to appreciate the ordinary and the most simplest of things, even the dull things, most dull. For example, there's a I am making tea for you, simple tea for you. Then what you will do, like what you will say that okay fine, it is a normal tea, what is great in this? But what we should do is we should appreciate even the smallest of the works, very simplest of things you should appreciate. Okay, another is the last one, she says that okay, don't like try to put person in any person into an ideal state. Like there is an ideal version of everyone in our mind, no? Like for example, I gave you the example of how a friend should be. Like he will be my friend will be there for me, he will be like he or she will be always listening to me and will be like always supportive and all that. These are the qualities which are there in our mind. We will think that okay, my friend is my forever companion, whatever. Like even if I insult my friend, I'm not like I'm behaving very bad with my friend, but then too my friend should be with me. Why? Because that person loves me, right? So this is what ideal state ki hum ek kind of सोच लेते हैं कि these are the qualities that an ideal person should a good person or ideal person should possess. Okay, so ये सारी चीजें हो जाती हैं, लेकिन idealism is very bad. Like whenever you are thinking that every like person should be perfect, so ये सारे perfection की चीज़ों में गड़बड़ हो जाती है चीज़ें. Okay fine, in the beginning I told you that George Eliot का another part होगा. Literary criticism, maybe I will write George Eliot part 2, you will get. Like part 1 mein I have described a preface to Adam Bede and 2 translations, right? And part 3 mein there is another work of hers, part 2 mein there is Silly Novels by a Lady Novelist, you will get it. Like I will write that George Eliot part 2, okay? Fine. And if there is there is something that there are other topics which you will get, or might be there is some topic in English literature which you want me to explain, then write it in the comments section in this video or any other video of mine, then I will definitely try to make a video of it. Thank you so much.